R1. Thank you, sir. 3, 2, showtime.
Good morning, everybody. Guess what time it is? It's wake up. I'm about to say wake up. It's what's going on Fayetteville time right here in Fayetteville on the WIDU radio network. You listen to us on 99.7 FM WIDU or 1600 AM WIDU simulcasting there, and then also WYDU 1160 AM in Red Springs, WAGR 1340 AM in Lumberton, WEWO 1460 AM in Laurinburg, North Carolina. We're the We Do Radio Network. And by the way, 1600 and 99.7 FM are right here in sunny Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's kind of cloudy this morning, though, isn't it? Call-in numbers 910-483-6111, 910-483-6111. And we are expecting a call-in this morning from somebody special.
Yes.
And you can listen in at WIDU1600.com as well. So if you're out of town, don't worry about it. Just log it in at WIDU1600.com. Brought to you this week by our wonderful sponsor, your hometown security experts, Home Security Systems, right here in downtown Fayetteville. They are wonderful people to work with. I use them at my restaurant. My name is Wade Fowler. I'm one of the owners of Fowler Southern Gourmet at 723 West Rowan Street here in Fayetteville, purveyors of really good barbecue. And my partner over here, the lovely and wonderful, and by the way, very famous, the Mrs. T, Tiffany Haywood, one of the top bloggers in North Carolina in the WRAL watching, whatever they call it, viewing area.
Voting area. It's so amazing. How are you, lovies? I love everybody. Thank everyone who actually voted for us. And that's a hint as to who we have calling in, because we are actually going to get to chat with the winner of the WRAL's Voters' Choice Awards for 2018. She was voted top blogger, and she's going to call in and speak with us in a little while.
All right, and one of the things we do is tell you what's going on in Fayetteville. And I guess in the cold of winter,
people have shut down.
people stay inside.
When the weather hits like 30 degrees and below, nobody's coming outside. So it's not a lot happening this weekend, but there's still a few things happening this weekend in Fayetteville. So the first thing that I'm going to mention, this is actually happening January 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. This is the Fayetteville Flash AAU Travel Basketball Tryouts, and they're being held at Highland Presbyterian Church. That's 111 Highland Avenue. On January 20th, what kind of word was that? January 12th, the tryout is going to be for boys 8th grade from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and for girls 8th and 9th grade from 4:30 to 6 p.m. On January 19th, there is going to be the tryout for boys in 9th to 11th grades from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. And then on January 26th, tryouts for 5th grade boys is from 9 to 10:30 a.m. and tryouts for 7th grade boys starts at 10:30 and goes to 12 noon. The cost to try out is $3. Bring your athletic shoes and also bring your parent or guardian and be ready to show your skills off. Again, the Fayetteville Flash AAU travel basketball team is a part of the Junior NBA and the AAU.
You know, when I was that age, I was short, but at least I was slow. So I might have
Short
had a
and
chance.
slow? How does that help you? I don't know about that. My daughter likes basketball, but she only played like on one rec center team, and she didn't like when people like bumped into her.
Do you have to be able to get the ball in the basket?
Yeah, that's kind of necessary.
No wonder they didn't want me on their team.
You couldn't get it in the basket. Can I tell you something? I almost failed gym class in elementary school because I could not dribble down the court. He actually gave me like homework to dribble because I was like so close to failing because I couldn't get past that part. And then my youngest daughter just told me yesterday that she's having to dribble and she's not doing that great at it, so it just must not. She was like, "Mom,
it's genetic."
Yes, he said I have to work on it, and I was like, "Well, I really can't help you, so we're gonna have to talk to somebody else." So I don't know, but if you guys have the skills and have the talents, be sure to check out those tryouts, January 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. I believe you can find more information on Faye Today on Facebook because Cress is actually the one who sent me this information. So if you want more details, contact Cress at Faye Today on Facebook. The next thing that I want to mention is a soft opening. We are always so happy and ecstatic when we have new small businesses and local businesses coming to Fayetteville. And on January 19th, Nina Wells of Wells Cared For is having her soft opening. It is happening at 100 Hay Street at the Revco building, and she's going to have it from 1 to 4 p.m. And here's what she has to say about her soft opening. What better way to celebrate my birthday, which is Nina's birthday, than to have the soft launch of her Wells Cared For luxury skincare brand. And the thing that I love about Nina is she's not just about glamming you up. She's actually about the skincare, the actual what you take into your body that helps impact your skin and how it looks. So if you want someone who cares about your skin and not just the glam of it, check out Nina. You can find out the information and details for the soft opening on Facebook. And again, that's on January 19th from 1 to 4 p.m. She's going to have a variety of custom skincare services, corrective and advanced treatments, acne, hyperpigmentation, and anti-aging treatments. So go out there and give her a little bit of support as she brings her business to Fayetteville. And the last thing that we're going to talk about before we get to our interview is happening January 25th, 26th, and 27th, and it is Cool Spring on Ice. We are having our own ice skating rink on Green Street. It's being sponsored by Cool Spring Downtown, and it's going to be taking place starting 4th Friday, but it's going Saturday and Sunday as well. Yep. And it's a temporary ice skating rink on Green Street. Price per skater is $7. You get to skate for a full 45 minutes. I don't even know if I could make like the full 45 minutes, so that's a deal right there. The times are Friday the 25th from 12 to 10 p.m.
I want to go watch you.
Don't do that. Nobody look for me.
You have to dribble while you're skating.
And nobody look for me, and there will be no recording allowed. Saturday the 26th is 8 to 10 p.m. and Sunday the 27th is going to be 10 to 6 p.m. They actually recommend that you pre-register just because space on the ice is going to be limited. So if you want to do that to make sure you get your skates and your guaranteed spot on the ice, go over to visitdowntownfayetteville.com and look for event so that you can register to be there. I think I'm going to take the kids. They should really like that. It's outside, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, no, I'm not skating.
But my understanding, it's not really ice. It's a synthetic surface.
Yeah, it's
not
actual
which is
ice.
Really cool.
It's kind of cool.
But you know, there's more of that stuff coming out at Liberty University up in Lynchburg, Virginia. Mm-hmm. They have a mountain that's a year-round ski mountain. It's a synthetic surface that some guy in France developed, and they can snowboard, so cool. Ski on it, snow tube, go down the tubes and a tube on it.
No, the Mrs. T. I will go live. Jenny said, wait, the Mrs. T isn't going to go live on ice. I'll go live in front of the ice or like on the side of the ice.
Don't worry, I'll be there and I'll go live
on the ice.
I'm watching her.
I don't think you guys are going to see me on ice. And if you love me, do not record me because it's not going to be a cute thing.
All right, now. Are we done with what's going on?
Yes, we're done with what's going on.
I want to make the introduction here because this is really important. I want you to know that Fayetteville is on the map.
Yes, we are.
Fayetteville is on the map. The WRAL viewing area, Viewer's Choice, had bloggers as one of their lists.
For the very first time.
3 of the 5 finalists were from Fayetteville.
Yes, we are so
Jamie McLaughlin.
From Fay Area Mom. Tiffany Haywood.
Yay!
The Mrs. T. And our very own Jenny Bell from Go Fayetteville. Mm-hmm. And guess what? One of the 3 of them won it.
Yes.
And 2 of us won.
Oh, Jenny's here.
Hey! Don't jump in until I call you in here, lady.
Hey, Jenny Bell.
Hey.
So anyway, yes, Jenny came in first place and Tiffany came in second place, right?
Yes, sir.
So how about that? 2 good friends of mine made it to the top. I'm in blogosphere heaven right now.
So are we, Wade. So are we. You should have saw our face. Okay, so the people category. First background. The WRAL Voters' Choice Awards have been taking place since, I believe, 2015. But this year, 2018, was the very first year that they added a blogger category into the people category. They also added Instagrammers, Twitter personality, and podcasters. So this was actually the year of social media, it seems like. And I heard about this through one of the groups I'm in called East Coast Influencers. And they said, hey, guys, we need to nominate as many North Carolina bloggers as we know because this is the first time they put this in here and we want them to keep it. So I spread the word and we made sure that as many of our Faye NC bloggers, we have 20 plus Faye NC bloggers. We made sure as many of them were nominated as possible. And these were the results. It was amazing. And the night was pretty cool too, right, Jenny?
It was. Yeah, that was really special.
All right, so Jenny, tell us what's the secret to being the winning blogger, or what's the secret to
I
a
don't
great?
know. I don't even have a lot of followers, but I think people are just looking for positive things about Fayetteville. So we work our butts off doing that in the blogger group for sure.
Yeah. Well, you are definitely one of the biggest cheerleaders for Fayetteville around, you and Tiffany both. So I'm just curious. Tell me, first of all, your background is you ain't from Fayetteville, right?
No, I'm from Central Texas.
Out there from the home of them longhorn steers.
That's right. Bevo the Longhorn in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from Fayetteville either. From the Bronx.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Honestly, I think only 3 of our blogger groups
Are actually from here.
Yeah, are actually.
You were from where?
The
Jamie
Bronx.
would be,
The
one
Bronx.
of
Not the Bronx. The Bronx.
Grew up in Spring Lake. But that's kind of what makes it beautiful is all these outsiders shining a light on Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm. And we all are Fayetteville by choice. And I think that's the most amazing part of it. We came here and we felt a part of the community to the point where we want to support it through our blogs and through our writing and through everything that we do.
Well, I'm going to add in there, I was born here,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm Fayetteville by choice. Because,
you
I left
Mm-hmm.
with the Air Force and went to various parts of the world. And when I left the Air Force, this is where I decided to call home.
I love that story.
Because, so many people always want to talk poorly about it. I still say this, and Jenny, help me out with this. You can help me out, Tiffany. We have so many people, we shoot ourselves in the foot. Mm-hmm. Since I was on city council, I've been with PWC, I've been, involved in civic stuff around here. When we're recruiting businesses, and businesses, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll go around the town and just talk to people from around the town to get a food. We shoot ourselves in the foot so badly. There's so many people that will just, and I don't get it.
They focus on the negative instead of the positive. And we have a lot of positive in Fayetteville.
Well, I think it's just super important. I'm not the first one to say this at all, but to change the conversation from the inside out. Mm-hmm. And I tell people all the time, if we don't talk positively about what we have here, how do we ever expect anybody else to respect our city, So I think we're seeing a change in that tide.
Yeah. Well, this is the kind of thing that interests me. If it was so bad, why did you decide to stay here?
I know.
Really. We are a mobile society.
You can leave.
And you can. But and these are from people who were not originally from here who decided to stay here, but then Of course, I'll tell you what, I ran into that a lot when I was over in Europe too. I just couldn't tell you the number of folks that just complained about how bad it was to be over there. I'm like, well, why do you find it bad?
Here?
Well, I'm living in junky quarters. Why? And the stuff in the commissary, it's always, it's kind of old. It's been shipped from our. I said, well, have you ever tried the farmer's market downtown? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, have you gotten out into the community? Have you gone to see some of the historic places around? Have you done any of this stuff? Like, no.
And that's
no wonder you don't like the place.
You're not experiencing it. And it takes a little bit of extra effort. And I think what most of the Fayetteville bloggers try to do is make that effort a little less stressful on people. We put the information out there. We try to keep it in front of their faces so they can't go around saying there's nothing to do in Fayetteville or we don't have anything in Fayetteville. We try to make sure they are aware and they have no excuse for what they want to do.
All right, I got a question for both of you. Mm-hmm. Since you guys keep your finger on the pulse of everything going around here. And I don't want to get either of you in trouble because I'm asking you to pick one, but because it's hard to pick a favorite or one thing that you've seen that really stands out to you. But are there, like a couple of things that stood out to you about the community or things that are going on that you think are things that people ought to definitely look
don't
for?
Miss things of Fayetteville. Jenny, you go first.
It's definitely, I think the biggest thing that we're seeing is this attitude of collaboration between businesses, and those businesses that are choosing to collaborate and have open arms to working with other businesses are the ones that are succeeding so well. We're seeing that, for instance, in Spring Lake with the Spring Lake Outpost, which is now a complex of about I don't even know, maybe 8 businesses.
Yes.
You can go there, you can kayak, you can work out, you can get a massage, you can get a coffee. And that attitude of collaboration is causing all boats to rise, or whatever that phrase is. In fact, the woman who owns Spring Lake Outpost is now the Chamber of Commerce, the head of the Chamber of Commerce in Spring Lake. Her name is Izzy. And she just believes in Spring Lake, and she believes that it can be better, and she's just doing it. She's making it happen.
So those,
that's cool.
Those are Jenny's picks. Now, for me, I think I lived here. I've been here now a little over 10 years, and I think for the first half of that, I never explored anything in Fayetteville. I didn't go downtown, and for me, it was just starting to actually get outside of my comfort zone, off of Cross Creek Mall and out of the normal places, and actually seeking out the unique characters that we have here in Fayetteville. And so a few of my favorite spots have to be the Coffee Cup. Angela is amazing. She gets to know you. She recognizes who you are when you come in. She's a sweetheart, and it just gave me that hometown feeling. My other place would have to be Press, Ashley over at Press. I love the way Ashley is all about, like Jenny said, is collaboration. She has that mindset where it's not just about her store, it's about the community of downtown Fayetteville. And recently, Ashley and Tiana from Cornerstone Design have done a few collaborations together, and they've been an amazing success. I would have to mention Winter Bloom Tea. He recently changed locations, but he still stayed in downtown. And if you've been to the new spot at 238 Hayes Street, he's redone it. It looks amazing. And he's starting to do a lot more community activities. Recently, he had the personality social night. He's having yoga and tea. So I love the way that the small businesses in Fayetteville don't stay inside a box. They always explore other options. They look for ways to bring the community to them. And the other place that I found to be one of my favorite spots recently is Cape Fear Regional Theater. I love the fact that I can get a Broadway quality show or musical right here in Fayetteville. It's amazing. I've never once been disappointed. There's not a bad seat in the whole theater. You always get to see everything. And Wade is a big fan of how you can volunteer to usher and then catch a show at the same time. Yep. So I would definitely recommend those places as places you do not want to miss, whether you live here or if you're visiting.
Yeah, and they're really, the folks at, as a matter of fact, the folks from the theater were down at the restaurant yesterday, so that's why I really love the theater. You know, I would have to say that talking about collaboration, that's what I like about LeClaire's General Store. You know, up in Haymount, we collaborate with them. You know, our restaurant, Fowler Southern Gourmet, we do the bites for his Wine and Bites thing up there, and he's big on bringing in local artists stuff, local things. You know, if somebody's making something locally, he gets it on the shelf. If there are people that want to, you know, have antiques in their home that they want to do, he works consignment with them. It's a collaboration with a lot of different little businesses and stuff, and he tries to stay with high quality, just good stuff, and to have it actually be a place where people can come and just sit and meet and have a really good time. And the other thing, go ahead, Jenny.
I was just going to say that they're all just creating a sense of community, and like Tiffany said, bringing the community to their front door, and I love that. You truly feel like when you spend money in those places, they're benefiting more than just one business and one family.
You know, Jenny, also, Pat brought in Our State Magazine. Our State Magazine came in to do it, and then I think they did a feature article on him in the magazine, and then they wanted to do a video about things in Fayetteville, and so Pat collaborated them around. He brought them to our place, which then also led them to, now they're going to do a feature spread on us in Our State Magazine in the March issue. So that kind of collaboration just helps other businesses, you know, grow, and that's really good. Jenny, can you hang on with us through the break?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got to go to a break, and we'll be right back with what's going on in Fayetteville right here on the We Do Radio Network.
Thank you, Boss Man. We're still not playing UPS, right? just homes, yeah. And hopefully we'll be doing
your home.
Yes!
Thanks, Holmes, for what you do to protect my family.
Oh,
I highly recommend this company for anyone's security needs.
They're the best people you will ever meet. I tell you, as a police officer, they're the best you can ask for.
We've had Holmes since our first home in 2002. Fantastic customer service, and Holmes is there for you.
Call Holmes, Holmes, Holmes Security, and find out why everyone agrees there's no place like Holmes.
That was too quick, so I'm going to play it again after you guys drop, because it's only 30 seconds, Boss Man.
Okay.
Say win.
Win.
Thank you. 3, 2.
Hey, you're back with What's Going On Fayetteville here on the We Do Radio Network. And by the way, I just listened to that last spot with Home Security. They provide security for us at Fowler Southern Gourmet. And let me tell you what, they are fantastic. So please make sure that you let them know that you heard about them here, but that they really do great work. And I'll tell you somebody else that does great. I'm going to give a shout out. They're not one of our sponsors, but I want to give you a shout out. And that's also to Blackwell Heating and Air. They have helped us out so many times I can't begin to tell you. And I'll just give you an example. I think it was it Thursday morning or Friday morning? It was Thursday morning, I guess. Our hood decided it didn't want to work.
That's the thing over the
hood over the stove with the fryer and all that. Mm-hmm. And you can't run a fryer if your hood ain't working. And I called them at like 8:30 in the morning. 10 o'clock. They were there. 10:15, the hood was running.
See, that's
that's the kind of stuff. And they're a local business trying to do good things for local customers. We've got Jenny Bell, the blog champion of the WRAL viewership area, on the phone with us, talking about. I'd like both of you guys to talk to us a little bit about what it's like to blog, and how did you start doing it, and should other people do it?
Jenny, you want to go ahead?
What are you wanting to know about how we go about blogging?
Yeah, do you?
How did you start, and should other people do it?
Well, I write the blog for the Fayetteville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, and we originally just literally took our studies and saw the interest areas for our visitors coming from out of town, and said, okay, the blog's going to address these 6 main categories, and there's things like arts and entertainment and recreation and shopping, and so I stick to those areas, and I tell people all the time I feel like a travel writer who never goes beyond her own county lines, and I'm constantly trying to tell our readers something new about Fayetteville, but from fresh eyes. And so oftentimes that means I go out and experience something like kayaking down the Lower Little River, and then I put it in a blog, and I tell people what you can expect when you're doing this activity. Or I eat a lot, too much. I make my rounds to new restaurants. I'm always on the hunt for a new place to eat and good foodie finds. And I like to do like roundup type blogs where, like last year, I went on the Great Taco Hunt, and I was determined to find taquerias in the Fayetteville area, and I did, and I found some really good tacos, and so I did a whole blog on just that for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, so for me, I actually started blogging because my husband was deployed. I was at home with 3 toddlers, and I needed adult interaction. So my blog initially started out more like an online journal. It was just a place for me to place my words and get some feedback on them. Mm-hmm. But then as time progressed and my interest grew and I started seeing what options were out there as a blogger, the fact that you can actually monetize certain things, you can have it as a second source of income, and that you can actually build it into more than just a hobby. It can become a business. That's when I did a rebrand and became the Mrs. T. And for me, it's more of a platform where I can not only support and help build up my own community, but it's also a place where I can share my thoughts on different things, my experiences on different things. And much like Jenny, I love taking the quality events and things that we have happening here in Fayetteville and shining a bit of a spotlight on them, because a lot of people won't check the newspaper or they won't check the online sources to see what's happening. Sometimes they want to hear it from somebody that they feel is more like them. So I'll
sort of like a trusted advisor type
exactly
thing, right?
If they think they know you or they feel they know you, they're like, hey, well, she went and did it, maybe I should try it too. And the thing I love is if I love it, I say it, and if I don't, most times mum's the word. I'm never going to speak against anything in Fayetteville, but if it's something that I truly love, I'm definitely going to share it, and I'm going to let everybody know, hey, you guys need to go check this out, and here's why. So for me, that's what my blog has evolved into. It's a platform for me. It's a place where I can voice my words. I can still give my thoughts. I still write poetry and creative writing. But at the same time, I have turned it into a business where I can help support my community.
Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. I will tell you my first experience with a blogger was Jenny Bell. We were a little old food truck, actually food trailer, downtown Fayetteville at Festival Park. had only been open for like maybe 2 months, and this Texas girl walks up and says, "You do brisket, huh?" Well, is it good? And I'll let you know because because I am going to review it. And
I think I used the words, "I'm a brisket snob."
Well, that could have been it. I don't know. But anyway, her review of our little food trailer really was so instrumental in helping us get a really great start. I mean, awesome. When people go on your site and they read that kind of review, I mean, it was a really nice review, Jenny. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome, and I meant every word of it. You were the first barbecue eatery I had discovered in North Carolina that could actually do brisket right. And I had been searching for that for so long, and when I finally bit into that box sandwich, I was like, holy cow, they did it. They brought brisket to North Carolina.
And see, I think that's the amazing thing about bloggers and the fact that WRAL opened up this category to bloggers because the impact is so much more than what many people expect or even anticipate. A blogger's influence is what we bank on, and that's what small businesses can bank on as well, because our influence is actually a voice of the people, and they tend to hear it a little bit better than say a commercially advertised, like scripted type thing, because they feel that it's coming from a real person and it's their real opinion. And so I give kudos to WRAL for adding this category. Jenny, I'm so very proud of you for standing up and standing out in that category, and for all of our fancy bloggers, Jamie from Fayette Area Mom for making it, and for me for placing in there. It's just amazing that we were able to have that impact and that they gave us the room to do that.
Yeah, well, here's kind of interesting thing to it. I ought to tell WRAL, guess what? Fayetteville's a good market.
It is. It is.
And if it's a good market for WRAL, it's a good market for a lot of other places too.
Exactly. And I want some of our local publications to give us that same spotlight. I mean, like, we have the Fayetteville Observer that does their, isn't it the year's best, or what are they?
Reader's Choice.
Reader's Choice. We would love to have a category there, just for, so that the
I'm pretty sure that Bill Bowman will have it as a category and for up and coming next time.
Hint, hint. We're hoping for it. We can't wait to see that.
That's true, because Up and Coming Weekly now has a blog, and so even a local publication is realizing, hey, this is the new trend. This is it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, social media is making a big difference for us at the restaurant. By the way, I don't know if anybody saw Polly's post this morning. It shows what you got to do when you run a barbecue restaurant. It's sunrise, and it's like already been up and working.
My day is like half over already.
It's wake up early, go to bed late.
Polly's social media game is so strong. When y'all first started opening, and she would just do hilarious posts, and she just had, I think, interaction with your followers.
Engagement. Yeah. That's the key to social media, to keep that really engagement there.
If you don't interact with your followers, then your social media pages are going to die. And Polly just really got that, and she has such a great relationship with so many people in the community to begin with. So I love following y'all's page, because I never know what she's going to throw up there.
Her hashtags
are hilarious. And that's the thing, you have to get creative with it, because you want your audience to start to feel, when you have your audience and your followers and your customers feel like they know you, that's when you build loyalty, and that's when you get word of mouth. I mean, I tell small businesses all the time, you don't always have to pay for outrageous marketing. You want that customer to be your marketing. So that's where social media comes in. You share the real, you share the authentic, and you build your audience, and then they build your business.
And I think the kind of interesting thing is the small businesses need to learn to reach out to some of these bloggers. I will tell you, we've been blessed. We've had, I don't know,
you had
at least 4 or 5 or 6 bloggers that have all come by, and I'm thankful that people are, when they're asking them where should we go for barbecue, tell them to come to our place. Because they come in and they write really neat stuff, and you can see the benefit from it. I mean,
and even for you guys, I think a lot of small businesses don't realize that's an untapped resource as well. If you have several bloggers come by and they write up really good write-ups, you can add a press tab to your website and add links to their write-ups. That way anyone who comes to visit your website can see, hey, these bloggers, these authorities in food or travel or whatever have come by Fowler's, and this is what they had to say.
I didn't know this.
Yeah,
we need to do that on our website.
And it's mutually beneficial, because trust me, those bloggers are going to appreciate that, because that's extra traffic and extra page views for their blog. And plus you're getting that press tip.
Yeah. Cool. See what you learn when you listen to what's going on, Fayetteville. Tammy's learning so much. She's going to become a blogger and food and restaurant owner at the same time.
She's just gonna do it all.
Wow. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Jenny, for calling in. We've hit that 9:30 mark.
It looks like we've hit the timeout. Thanks and congratulations to both of you ladies. Awesome job. You've been listening to What's Going On Fayetteville here on the We Do Radio Network, and just I can't resist. I have to put this, by the way. If you like barbecue, come by our restaurant,
Yes,
Fowler Southern Gourmet at 723 West Orient Street. And if you've never experienced brisket burn-ins, you need to come try them out today because they're on the menu. You've been listening to What's Going On here, Fayetteville. Again, I want to thank our sponsor, Home Security Systems, our hometown security expert, for sponsoring the show. Make sure you let them know you heard about it right here. We'll be talking to you next week on What's Going On Fayetteville.
Thank you both. Job well
Now I have to ask you a
done.
major favor. Can you give me a ride to the restaurant? My wife had to drop me off today.
Sure.
Will needed the truck.
Bye. See you guys next week. Thanks for calling in, Jenny. Thank you guys for everyone who voted for us, and I'll talk to you next week.